Hello, myself Dr. Tanay Ghosh. This is my fourth lecture. So today we'll be learning about the plotting for the sine 1 upon x, c plus mod ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers, and exponential of ax plus b. We will today or again see multiplot, also the subplot, and we'll plot these graphs. Okay, so let's begin. Before we start, let us talk about the subplots. Sometimes subplots are very important when you want to show different plots, or two or three or four plots, and how to assign them. So let's go to our sine notes here. Now here we want to plot three kind of graphs. Okay, the first one is will be our y is equal to function is equal to c plus minus mod of ax plus b, and then we'll plot this y is equal to x to the power sorry, this is not needed. So sine 1 upon x, and last one will be plotting exponential graph. So our exponential of ax plus b, ax plus b. Okay, now let us talk about the subplot. Okay, so subplot, this is the command for the subplot, and then you have to give this number 2 to 1. What does it mean? It has 2 means it has two rows. Okay, and this is two rows and two column, and position is 1. So think about your whole page, your whole screen. Now divide your screen in 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, then there will be four blocks will be there. Okay, the first block, which is your top right hand corner, top left hand corner, it will be your first subplot, and that is its position. Then your top right hand corner, that block, think about a block. There is, your screen is divided in 4 blocks, so that top right hand block will be your second position. So these are your second position, first position, second position, thus you can assign. Okay, so I assign this subplot as 2 by 2 matrix. So I divide our whole graph, whole area of the graph in 4 divisions, if we think about it. Then the first position, which is your top left hand block, that is the position I want to know plot this, that position I want to plot this graph. So first one is your c plus minus ax plus b, mod ax plus b, where a and b and c are all real numbers. I fix the range of the x, it is from -6 to +6, and I am taking 1000 points. So at first a is a real number, so I put the values of a as 1, 1, -2 and -2. 4 values I am taking. B as -1, 1, 3 and 3. C as 2, -2, 3 and -1. Now I am plotting them. So x versus the first uh, element of this C row matrix, which is 2. So that is our all columns, it is a row matrix. So I can take colon and then the first element or the first column. So this is a row matrix and first column is 2. So it is 2. And similarly, what we have done in our last lecture, the same thing we did. In similar fashion, we first use the C is equal to 2, A is equal to 1 and B is equal to -1, and write down that C and this position, then plus ABS means absolute value or mod value, absolute value. Then I open the parenthesis. This is the open and close parenthesis. Within that parenthesis I write A, the first element of the A, into X. You can omit this dot sign here. There is no need of this dot sign. You can omit this. It is useless in this case, because this one I am taken only one element. So this is not a matrix element. This is not act as a vector element, matrix or vector element. So I can skip that dot. But I want to follow one particular rule. That's why whenever I write, I used to give to follow this rule, and habitually I give the dot sign. Okay, but there is no meaning of this, because in my back of my mind I always think about that A is a matrix, so I want that element wise multiplication, not the matrix multiplication. And two matrices are there, X is a matrix, A is a matrix, so I always put dot star. So uh, that is how I used to work. But you can always uh, develop your own technique, and in some places that is useful. Sometimes I don't I really have to skip this dot sign also. It depends on the script, that what is the result you want. So here it is all okay. You can give that dot sign, you can skip that dot sign, no problem with that. Now I write as similar fashion. We already did multiplot, how we plot this multiplot system, how we write, I already discussed about. So actually there are four uh, plots are there. One is red, dotted red, and another one is your dashed green line, and the third one is our solid blue line, and the last fourth one is our dotted black line. Okay, and I give the X title here. That means that's a subplot. Over that X axis it will be written as the top of that plot, it will be written as this y is equal to this. Okay, instead of this title command, what we uh, have done in our last lecture, that is it will work as same, but it will not give the title of whole plot. If you type it as title, then it will name the whole graph, whole the page, as that y is equal to c plus minus absolute value of x plus b. I don't want that. I want to show that okay, this subplot is have a title, this subplot have a title, and this subplot title is this one. Okay, similarly I put x level and y level and legend, that how we put the legend in a multiplot. The same thing we used here. Next we want a subplot y is equal to sine 1 upon x. Okay, now its position is what? Now this is this position. Here you see 2 1. Here I have written 2 2. I deliberately write it as 2 1, 2 1. Okay, what does it mean? It has, I divide the whole page in 2 rows, 1 column. Now I put that particular subplot in the second position. That means your bottom position. So when we show the graph, when we run this script, after that I will show you what happens here actually. So remember, in this case I divided this whole area of the graph in 2 rows and 1 column. So there is one upper part which is your 2 1 1. Okay, now this is the lower part 2 1 2. So if you think about this section here, this is 2 2. Here in this section actually it is divided in 4 sub areas, sub blocks. Okay, so think about when I am doing this, I divided them 4 and I only take that first block which is your top right, and next one I have taken 2 1. So I divided this whole area in 2 rows 1 column. So in context to our previous concept 2 2, actually I am taking both the lower, that is lower left bottom and right bottom, both are taken in this subplot 2 1 2. Okay, now this is actually not 4 plots, it is 2 plots, that is 1 column and 2 rows. Okay, position is the second here. So x linspace, I am plotting this one, sine 1 upon x. So I have taken the range of the x, I have taken 100. I will show you again some what happens if I increase the number of points when I plot this graph. Now I plot x sine x to the power minus 1, which is 1 upon x, and b, and again I wrote plot x0, because when x is equal to 0, you see 1 upon x, that is 1 upon 0. 1 upon 0 doesn't have any meaning, so that's why I deliberately put this value, that when this x is equal to 0, there will be one line, or you can omit this line, no problem with that. Okay, so it is, but it is always be good if you put this. Okay, now again I name this subplot as x title, not title, x title. Remember, you have to put x title here. Now x level given, y level is given, and I am not giving any legend here, because this plot actually have only one line, one plot is there, not various functions are plotted in one palette. So that's why we don't have to give any of this legend. Next, what I do, this is 2 2 2. So 2 column, 2 rows, at first 2 rows, 2 column, and this is your second position, that is your top right hand corner block. And here I am plotting again a multiplot which is exponential of ax plus b, where a and b are natural numbers. Similar technique I have used, a and b, I have taken 3 points, and I use the same technique for a multiplot, and I have given the x title, the title of this subplot, x level, y level, and legends as have to be written in our subplot, multiplot, sorry. Now I run this. Let me show the graph, let it come. Here it is. You see here the subplot, first subplot, I have given that position which is your c plus minus mod ax plus b, and I have plotted 4, 1 2 3 4. four different kind of functions are there. This is 2 plus x minus b. This is minus 2 minus mod of x minus 1. The third one is 3 minus mod of minus 2x minus 3, and this is y is equal to minus 1 plus mod of minus 2x plus 3. Okay, so these are the all plots, which is your 2 to 1 position. This is 2 to 1 position. Now second, which is your y is equal to sine 1 upon x. I have given it subplot position as 2 1 2. So this is 2 1 2 means 2 rows 1 column, and this is second position 2 1 2. So you can see here, this is the graph for sine 1 upon x. Now I want to show you another thing. Let's come to our synods again. In synods, see here, I have given for the subplot of sine inverse sine 1 upon x, sine 1 upon x here, sine 1 upon x. So in this case, if I increase the number, what will happen? I put it like 1000. Now I plot this. Immediately I plot this, the graph will be seen like this. You can see the difference. This becomes too much congested here. Actually here they are not a solid area. If you focus on them, here you can focus like this. Click here, and this small area I clicked. See, this is how this small area, these lines are like this, but they are very close. That's why it is showing like, if I increase more the numbers, say I increase more, say I give another 0, so many points. So immediately you can see here the line here, yes, become very congested, and this is clearly not showing a particular the nature of the graph. We cannot see the nature of the graph here. This is not a good depiction. This is not a good depiction of any graph. So we need to reduce our point. If you find this kind of problem, you reduce your numbers. Okay, so I reduce my numbers to 100. I think 100 is showing a very good graph where we can easily analyze our function. Okay, easily analyze our function. So this is our 2 1 2 position of the subplot. Now again this plot is our 2 2 2 position, 2 2 and 2 position. So here is our exponential. Three curves are here present plotted. Y is equal to e to the power x, y is equal to e to the power x plus 1, y is equal to e to the power minus 2x plus 3. Okay, so you practice this subplot and try to understand, use different subplot positions and understand the where it will be situated. Okay, I will show you one thing. This is 2 to 1 and this one is given as address 2 to 2. Now what will happen here if I give 2 1 1? So it is like 2 rows 1 column and the first position. If I do it, you will see that immediately the graph will be over uh, plotted. So if you see that it is over plotted, right? That is, one graph is here, another graph is here, and this plot is over this. So this graph falls behind, this graph comes outside, because this is y is equal to c plus minus mod of x plus b, which is our first graph we run. Then the second we run this one, y is equal to sine 1 upon x, so it is plotted over that. And then again the third script we run, that is y is equal to e to the power x plus b, or exponential x plus b, so it is plotted over that one. So it is not all graphs are plotted no, over each of another. So that's why I have given there the different positions, and here we do, this is our second position I did. You can try different numbers, how many columns, how many rows you want to define that subplot area, how much, how many, you know, uh, what is the orientation you want. According to your choice you can do that. So that is all. Let me run this again and show you the our last result, the final result. This is our result. Thank you very much. Keep practicing. Without practicing you will forget how to, write a particular function. Practice is the only way that you can remember that what is the command. I can tell you that every time you cannot open your book or your notes or your videos and type your program, type your script. You have to remember, and practice is the only way to remember this thing. Thank you very much. Take care. Keep studying.